You already know what time it is. It's the late night show, CFB late night show. And I got my wish, bro. I finally got my wish. I
What
got anarchy. We were talking about it on the last episode. We got anarchy. If you missed anything, go check out the latest. Welcome to the CFB late night show. With your boy Moon at CFB Moon on Twitter, and also with the governor of college football himself at Leverett underscore KT on Twitter. How you doing, boss man?
Hey, life is peachy. Everything is good, brother. Outstanding day of college football. If you missed this day of college football, you missed an outstanding day. And I know earlier this season, a lot of the talk, a lot of the vernacular was how great the season was and how this was starting to be comparable to the story 2007 greatest season of college football I've ever seen in my life. But what's going on in the American right now? People aren't paying attention because a lot of people are, whether they have a Big Ten team, so they're Big Ten team bias, or they have an SEC team, so they're SEC bias, or even Big 12 ACC will just want more love of the competition getting there. Like we saw a game with Georgia Tech today, and they struggle with Boston College. But what's going on
Oh,
in the American right now? To me, I don't care how good, how many style points that JMU continues to get. We're starting to see that some of the upper echelon team, or at least what we thought some of the upper echelon teams in the Sun Belt are a joke. We go to Con USA, two new schools. Both of those new schools are probably going bowling, and one of them is officially going bowling after today's game. They're marked out of it. I don't want to hear about the Mountain West. I've seen some of the best schools in that conference when it was time to put up or show up, they didn't show up at all. So I don't want to hear about that. So that leaves what JMU is doing versus what's going on in the American, and a quality football you get in the American, because a team like UTSA can beat you any given day, Navy can beat you any given day, North Texas may win the whole damn thing. USF, what do we do with them with some of their losses, because they have outstanding losses? It's just really difficult when you think about it. So outstanding. We got a lot of football to talk about today. Let's start with our main story. We got a really good story. Tuscaloosa. There was a lot of talk heading into this game. Ryan Grubb said something that I didn't think he even needed to say. What's understood don't need to be explained. So why you saying it? And they lost at that very moment when he said, "We're changing our signals," because everybody know that Brett Venables is a great sign stealer. But if you want to be archaic and antiquated, play like that. Well, that's on you. What are your thoughts about this game? Oklahoma defeating Bama 23-21.
defense, more defense.
Absolutely.
We caught it.
Uh-huh.
Like we haven't
No, no,
seen
no.
it.
You called it.
We caught
Let me turn my TV off. Give me one second.
it. Hey, listen, it's crazy to think about how OU started off the game with a lot of momentum, got 3 points. I said, okay, Eli Bone with a perfect timing. It was just a magic. It was a magical for OU. It was another interception that happened from Ty Simpson where he threw the ball. The the official bailed him out. They bailed Alabama out, and then Alabama ends up scoring on Oklahoma the next, I think, like 2 plays later. It was supposed to be an interception. Brent Venables is on the sideline smiling and everything. Like I was talking about the Eli Bowen interception
Uh-huh.
that happened,
Spectacular.
and then they got another pick,
Uh-huh.
but it got called back on a penalty. And Brent Venables, all he could do was just laugh because it's just like, why are you cheating us right now?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, it's like it's just kind of that right before half, things got a little bit intense because Alabama was trying to drive.
Mm-hmm.
But this is definitely the most pressure that we've seen on Ty Simpson this year. I feel like, in my humble opinion, and I think also that um, I think Oklahoma did a great job of matching Alabama's physicality from the jump. Like, and we knew it. The bye week, we could see the mind games that's being played. Some people is out here saying Brent Venables got Kalen DeBoer's number. Like, he playing mind games with him. It's just really great to see OU get a dub, especially when we predicted it. And the bye week madness just seems to, rear its ugly head. I think Alabama. We did see flashes from our boy Bernard today.
Hmm.
Horton got active. Williams did too. Simpson just looked uncomfortable at times, and then the other times it looks like he was in the motion. I think OU did a great job of just confusing him with different looks and stuff post snap and making things a little bit confusing. And that's Brent Venable's calling card, bro. Like that's what he leans into. That's not sign stealing. That's just ball.
I mean,
So
that's your fault if you still got old signs. We look at this game and it purely come down to turnovers. Alabama, that 34-minute mark that I always talk about, time of possession, they had the ball for 34
you're supposed
minutes.
to win.
You're supposed to win when you had the ball plus 9 minutes. They had a better third down efficiency. They had the better fourth down efficiency. That's because Oklahoma didn't go for it on any fourth downs. Alabama had almost 200 more yards in total yards. Had over 200 yards more passing. Penalty yards was about even. Alabama averaged 7.8 yards per play. But when it comes to the SEC ball, you need to have the ability to play physical, and if you are forcing turnovers, it changed the entire landscape of the game. What does this look like as we move forward and we think more about the college football playoff? Those teams who feel like they were on the cusp teams, this Alabama loss, does this help their chances or does it hurt their chances? I want to hear your opinion on this.
With Notre Dame winning today, it kind of still it feels
Yeah.
still the same
Notre
because
Dame won. Texas lost. I know.
Ole Miss won
Oh
barely.
yeah.
Well, but that game was unchy.
Yeah, they struggle. They struggle with Florida a little bit for sure.
um, so Georgia got the dub. Ole Miss got a dub. Texas A&M escaped.
Mm-hmm. And we're
So
gonna
all
talk about
basically all the teams that were ahead of them,
that.
Ohio State won against UCLA. So I'm like, how far do you really drop them?
Yeah,
That's the thing with the committee, man. I don't know how. I mean, I know the AP poll.
they may essentially swap them with Georgia. Georgia moves up to the top four. Alabama will be somewhere around 7, and then Oklahoma joins the playoff. Texas leaves the playoff. I think that's the only adjustments that we will see. But if they don't put some respect on USC, I'm gonna start getting upset real soon. So great
Yeah,
game out in Tuscaloosa. It's the type of game that if Brent Venables say, "Hey, what style of play do we want heading into the game?" That's the type of game I think they wanted to play. We're going to play with a great deal of physicality. We're going to force turnovers. We're going to keep this thing close and have a chance to win it. And we trust our defense at the end if it comes down to getting a stop, getting them off the field. So great win for him. I feel like this is staple win, like the first staple win that he's had during his tenure in Oklahoma, at least in the ACC, in the SEC. My apologies. Looking at this game, this is
you
going
think this win was bigger than last year's one?
for sure, because last year's team, you kind of they were capped because their inability to move the ball. This year's team, have they reached the heights that I expect for them in a Ben Arbuckle air raid driven system? No, but it's not as awful as it was with Seth Latrell's system a year ago, where it was
Good
just
point.
abysmal. So uh, yeah, I think this was the biggest one he's had since he's been there. And I know, Sooner Nation, and we're going to talk about the SEC outlook a little bit later, but I'm sure Sooner Nation is really happy with this one. I did get to talk to my boy Boomer today. We were bigging him up in the CFB Nation
Boomer
chat.
straight,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, man. They look impressive. Let's go ahead and move along. The American is slowly becoming my favorite conference. It's one of those things. What we did with the American in the offseason leading up to the season, the respect that they showed us, being able to interview the amount of coaches that we were able to interview, teams fighting to get to our radio row station. It was really dope. We got Navy beating USF 41-38 in Annapolis. Talk to me. We talked anarchy and for the average viewer, and I'm not trying to say that there's a lot of average viewers out there. Of course, I do feel strongly that a lot of people who view our programming and other programmings across, people who are, who talk college football year round, uh, they know how we feel about the American. And this, in my opinion, is an upset of epic proportions. You're looking at a team that just lost their last 2 games. They lost down to Denton. They lost to Notre Dame. Blake Horvath sighting, but this was a team victory. Talk to me about what were your observations from this game.
Fireworks, back and
Mhm.
forth. Um, heart pounding, edge of your seat
Mhm.
thriller,
For sure.
American Conference thriller. When we talk about next year and we have media days, they're gonna look at this game as the staple. Like this is what our conference can be. This is the amount of momentum that we. This is the type of ball that we can put out. And I think for just a conference collective today, the American is on top, baby. Like we're gonna talk about other teams earlier. I mean, a little later and
Right.
everything. But bro, like America's on the top. Like the amount of parity is insane. You can't predict it. A lot of people favor USF this week leading into the matchup just because styles make fights.
For sure.
Navy was reeling. I'm trying to figure it out. This game though, bro, Byron Brown still put up over 300 plus yards passing, had over 100 plus yards rushing.
Mhm.
Like that kid is special, bro. I don't know. People be making jokes about him being a tight end in the NFL, but like, he's a great college quarterback, man. Like I really do appreciate watching Byron Brown play football. That's one of the things I love taking away.
He has
Goalless,
the most to gain at a Senior Bowl. I want to say Reese's, but I just say Senior Bowl. At an East West Shrine game, that kid is so talented
yeah,
that, and I know he's in a quarterback friendly system and the fear and shoot, the Art Brown system that they run down there. But yeah, I agree with you 100%. He just lays it out on the field. Why has the quarterback position evolved? You remember, like back in the day, and you're old enough to remember this, that there was like clear cut. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you get your Dak Prescott, your Tony Romos, people who, your Terrell Davises, people who just kind of pop. You know what I'm saying? Or like what James Cook is doing. He never rushed for 1,000 yards in college. Like
yeah.
I think he got over 600 a few times, but like we seeing what he see down. But
It
now
wasn't like massive.
there's such a great pool of quarterbacks when you look at now versus back then, where we could identify five that we like. We could go just G5 alone and name some guys that, hey, if these guys are having a damn good day, they can light you up. Why do you feel like that position has evolved so much as of recent?
I think it's because we're putting a lot of attention on the lower levels and developing them younger.
Mm, I like that.
Cause like we putting them in these camps and everything, Elite 11s, just for example, like they're getting more exposure, but more than anything, getting more development at a younger age. So then you mix that with how college football specifically is changing and evolving with the offenses.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that these quarterbacks are being asked to do more, and then they're coming into the situation, I guess, more prepared. Like I don't want to give any examples just to like taint the tape, but that's what I would feel.
Mm-hmm.
We got more development at a younger age, and then these offenses are asking these quarterbacks to do more. Just look at some of the games that we had today. Some of the younger quarterbacks, like I know that Heinzel didn't necessarily look the best, but that's probably like his that's probably the best defense that he's gonna face
Mm-hmm.
this year. Like,
That's a fact. That I was really disappointed in their output today. Yeah,
yeah,
and it was a directive. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wasn't.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't be
But
talking
yeah,
spicy all through the week, Narduzzi,
right.
and then expect to just say, "Oh, this is our hometown. This
Mhm.
is our lot. This is our house. We got to protect our house.
You
Nobody
don't want
comes in here and beats us in our house." Well, guess what Notre Dame did? Let me take your lunch money, your cookies, your
to.
snacks.
It was too late for any of that, brother. Did
Yeah,
nobody feel like hearing that? But great victory, and I think back to I think it was like July 24th, and I think about us being at the convention center. I
yeah.
think about being at the American Conference Media Days, and I remember the gift that Blake Horvath mother gave us. And Army's one of the local teams for me.
Still got it.
You still
Hold
got
on,
it?
one
Yeah, I'm
second.
about
One
to say
second.
go grab it, man. And he's gonna show you guys what it is, but we have the outstanding ability to, we're around coaches, we're around staff, we're around players,
Billy Goat.
we're around executives, and yes, Blake Horvath parents were so nice to us. They, talk and was it Landon? What was the middle linebacker's last name? It was Landon something.
Um,
outside linebacker. I can see his face. His little brother was there, and
yeah,
and they had thanked Moon for making him comfortable, and that was just one thing that we heard a lot. So what's your feeling
honestly,
now? That might sound right. So what is your feeling now? Think about that moment, where we're talking to Blake Horvath, we're talking to his parents, and it wasn't like they did the interview on bounce. They did the interview and camped around. Like that's was the most mind-boggling part to me. Like, yo, we're happy you guys are here, and the Navy showed us love by retweeting, and they didn't have to do any that stuff. So
they
we
did a
hold
million.
we hold Navy in a high regard. So I'm getting chills thinking about it now, bro. So tell me like how you feel like now, and then going back to that moment that we was able to share that special moment with Navy. That's dope, bro. That's
Bye, bye, bye. Hey, listen, Navy, we going to sleep victorious tonight, baby. We going to sleep victorious. That's probably the biggest dub of the season.
Mhm.
That's
For
probably,
sure.
I don't even care what happened in the Commander in Chief
Mhm.
series. That was huge, bro.
They scored
But
41 points. You know how many times people almost got ran over today from them leaving the stands and going to go do push-ups, bro?
they
You
just
play.
treat people with so much love.
They do.
Shout out to Mr. Scott. Shout out to the whole Navy brass. Shout out to everybody that serve in the Navy. I
Yeah,
don't care if you wear Navy, if your favorite color Navy.
you're right. You just
We
shout
all
out
we,
to
we
Navy.
all winners today. But like all seriousness, running game with Tesca was going absolutely crazy today. Tesca is a sight to see. I love him. Defense, even though they bit a couple of times, like they made some plays when they needed it the most. Um, it's a hard thing and a hard task to stop USS offense. You're not gonna stop them, but can you limit them to what you did today?
100%.
Yes. If you gotta escape with 3 points, a win is a win, in my opinion.
100%. I couldn't agree with you more. And it's amazing how people get these academy schools so mixed up. Like we seen outstanding offense out of Army a season ago. We're seeing outstanding offense. Like this is a shootout. Two very different styles. Uh, Navy has a geared style, but more than anything, they just want to punish you. Like you know we're running, but we're gonna punch you, and then we're gonna take like one or two shots a game. And guess what? They're gonna be wide open because we've been punching you the entire game. And in USF, everything's terrible, right? It's interesting. You get a shootout like this, and these styles are completely contrasting. Let's go ahead and stay in the American, and we're gonna stay in the American for the next two segments. We got this ECU upsetting Memphis. I think this is a grand upset. I look at
They were
what Hauser was
partying
able
the
to do. Bro, we've both been to Greenville, North Carolina. We know what that atmosphere is like. When you talk about pyrotechnics and the things you get at Liberty Stadium is crazy because the flames literally come out the top of the stadium. And I don't know if it's one of those what's the name effects, but I cannot think of the word. Uh, but you feel heat, bro. I feel like it's real flames.
pyrotechnics.
Yeah. So the pyrotechnics is crazy there, but just from aesthetics point of view, being in Greenville is crazy. So I already know those fans showed out. And the crazy thing was, this wasn't Memphis losing Tulane with their starting quarterback Brendan Lewis, barely being able to stay upright. Like he was dynamic in this game, truly tried to take over the game, gave him a lot passing the ball, gave him a lot running the ball, and he was pretty much healthy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like with Tulane where he was a statue and they had to play, musical chairs at quarterback. Talk to me about this game, and then we're going to further this discussion on the next segment where we're going to talk about the American and look at the standings because I don't think people quite understand the way we understand how crazy this conference is and why we're so gung ho about the conference. This is outside of our relationship with the American. We're not just bigging the conference up because they give
Yeah.
access. That's cool. They at the end of the day, they ain't paying no bills. But I am truly, truly excited about what we're seeing in this conference, and this is unlike anything else. My favorite conference to watch for sure.
Yeah, mine too. I like watching American games more than pretty much right, especially right now.
Yeah,
Sun
right now
Belt,
it's amazing.
yeah, right now this is better than anybody, and that includes the other conference too.
Hmm.
Because I like the passion, like UCF fan. I mean ECU's fans stormed the field after And very right so, because they understand who
They
Memphis
understood. They
is.
understood the assignment, brother.
And they care about football so
Mm-hmm.
much. And what ECU is doing right now, like, yo, they still control their own destiny as far as making the championship for
Mm-hmm.
the conference. I mean, not the conference. I'm tweaking. The American.
Yeah,
They still control their destiny. So they just got to keep winning. They've been hot. Their defense, led by Raheem Craig and the boys, is just like I don't, I don't know how it is. Oh, there we go. The standings. Appreciate you, bro.
mm-hmm.
Like that. If y'all can see that, like, look how crazy that is. Just the losses. Navy, Tulane, North Texas, ECU all have one loss in conference. And then you start going little by little, like who lost to who. Then it gets even more crazy. ECU's and they just gotta keep winning, bro. Keep winning, keep doing your thing. Kate Hauser, I'm giving him a stand of applause because,
For
like,
sure.
dog, we've been requiring you to step up and deliver, and he's been delivering. You can tell, Coach Harold, you got something brewing right now.
For
Last
sure.
year, last year was hey 2025 ECU Pirates, bro. Cold blooded, uh, eye patch wearing, cold blooded, boots on the ground, dig your heels into the sand, not folding against nobody. I don't care if you have Ryan Silverfield as your head coach or not. Like, that's a difficult place to win. And beyond, like, we got a great football game today because it went down to the end. But, like, more than anything, to have them beat Memphis, Memphis has 3 losses now in conference now.
Yeah.
If
They
you would have
should.
just rewind like 3 weeks ago.
Right. They control their own destiny to be that shoe in for that final
Yeah, bro.
G5 playoff spot, and they've kind of tricked
Hey,
themselves out of it.
rewind a month or two ago. Then Rice was in the driver's seat because Rice was playing good.
For sure.
And then we got to the thick of things, and then we started seeing the separators. But like even Tulsa at the bottom of the conference got a dub today,
Damn. Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
crazy.
like,
Who did they beat today? Was it Oregon State?
Oregon
No.
State. I think.
Was
No,
it Oregon
no,
State?
I think they played Oregon State if I'm not
Oregon
mistaken.
State. I know
Yeah,
somebody beat Oregon State
you
today.
can't really count the win as a huge pat on the back,
For
but it's
sure.
a handshake. It's a handshake. Like, don't lose to that team, please don't. Like,
All right.
no.
So we're gonna put ourselves on a hot seat, brother. We see the American. I have a theory that the winner, that G5 spot, is coming to whoever wins this conference. Like, I'm rooted
Yes,
in that. You got a team in North Texas who's 9-1. You know what I'm saying? One loss in the conference. They still fighting with Tulane, who only has one loss in the conference, but two total losses. Navy, one loss in the conference, and they got two total losses. And even a team like South Florida, they're 73 overall, but your overall record don't matter. They're still 4-2 in the conference, so they're right there in the thick of team thing. So, like, when do ECU has a legitimate shot to win the American? Was that something we expected a few weeks ago? Like, I certainly didn't
I
expect it.
did not, only
Yeah,
because I felt like they still have some things to work out in their offense.
for sure.
But now I'm like, shoot, why not? Why
Hmm.
not? Their defense has allowed 122 points this season. That's the best in the conference.
Hmm.
They are 7-3. I know one of their losses came week 1 against NC State,
Hmm.
and I'm not punishing them for that loss. That's a
Right.
revenge game.
Hmm.
ECU, they we already know the backstory about what happened last year in bowl season. So I'm not gonna fault them for dropping the game that early in the season. But for this latest stretch that they've been in, come on, bro. South Florida, even with 3 losses, they have such a hard strength of the schedule
They
that
do.
I can't really see the committee like punishing them too much, even though they just lost,
They're not going to.
because they do have the head to head win in out of conference, and then in conference they already beat head to head North Texas. So North Texas only loss comes to South Florida. Tulane's only loss came to Memphis.
So, like, I got a few questions for you. I got statements, and then it'll lead to a question. So, Navy last two at Memphis, and then Army Navy. Tulane last two at Temple. I'm going to warn everybody. Casey Killer is going to have this team ready to play. I want to
Oh,
warn
that's
everybody.
crazy.
And then they play Charlotte, who just really disappointed me this year. I could not believe the amount of disappointment I have in this team. So now let's talk about North Texas last two. They play at Rice, another team I'm going to warn people about. Now styles make fights. I
This
think
fits
Rice can
them.
keep this can keep this competitive. Guess who plays Temple the last year game of the season? It isn't Denton, but North Texas plays Temple. If there's a team who's got a head coach that just say we don't care. We've played Georgia Tech this year. They're probably going to the college football playoff. We've played Oklahoma this year. They're probably going to the college football playoff. If we played them, you think we're going to be scared? We had Navy, who's leading the conference right now, on the ropes. We had them on the ropes. Then the
You should
miracle
have
in
won.
Philadelphia, too, happened, right? So Temple is the team to watch these last couple of weeks. East Carolina, who's their last two? They play at UTSA, who's tough to beat at home. Guess who they played the last week of the season? They play FAU
FAU.
in Paradise, right? So you start to look at this and you start to say, "Wow, this is interesting." Now,
Best conference in the nation. Best conference in
USF
the nation.
has the clearest path, in my opinion. They
You
play
said
at
USF?
UAB. Yep, they play at UAB. They play versus Rice. Now
That's
that I have
crazy.
given you the information, and even though South Florida will need all of these teams to lose at least one time, and then that's when we get all of the common opponents and all of that stuff crap. Uh, but yeah, USF should win their next two games at UAB, home against Rice. Who's winning the American? What two teams are going to be in the championship? Who's winning the championship? And who's going to get that spot in the college football playoff?
Oh man. I will say this. Temple, it's gonna come down to you, dog.
Mhm.
Y'all 5-5. I need one more win and be bowl eligible. And y'all last two on the docket. Like, a
And I would
must
love to
win.
go. I would love to go see Temple in a bowl game.
Come on, bro. That would be special.
Mm-hmm.
KC, you seeing KC in the first bowl game with Temple? He said they was gonna win, and they winning.
Yeah.
Oh, eligibility is a win, in my opinion. When you only won what? How many games last year?
They've struggled the last few years. They struggled. He's just such an outstanding coach. You saw what he did at Sam Houston, helping get them to FBS play, and then we're seeing it here at Temple. And I think if they could get some of these kids in the inner city of Philadelphia who got some offers, but
Yeah.
hey, here's why you should stay home and come play with a great university like Temple, because we're gonna win a lot of ball games here. And as you see, hey man, the American is putting on the show. So, what two teams are in the conference championship? Who wins the conference?
Um, I want to say it'll be Navy and North Texas rematch. But
I would like that. And everybody, don't be afraid to comment in the
I
comments.
don't know if it's possible based on the tiebreaker situation though.
Yeah, the tiebreakers is where it gets weird, and I would need somebody in advanced statistics or kind of understand how this work with all of the tiebreakers. I don't know if points for and points against got anything to do with it. To
But I
me,
say Navy because I like their last two that they
I like
have.
their last two.
I like
I
their last two more than
I don't
anything.
like Tulane's last two. I'm
No.
almost predicting an upset, and like it has the writing on the wall.
Yeah, it
Tulane's
is.
trying to make, the conference championship. Temple say, we don't care what you're trying to do. We're trying to go to a bowl game. You know how important that is for our supporters, our boosters, our donors, to let them know that they've made the right decision as head coach. That is super important for the program. So I don't got them going in Temple and winning in Temple. I'm sorry, somebody else does, but Retzlaff has looked really good these last
Yeah.
few games, though. That's the
It's because they've been passing. They've been passing more.
I'm going to go
And
on a limb. East Carolina's going to be in this conference championship.
ECU Navy.
Oh,
That would be fire.
that would be tough.
Hey,
I'm
that
gonna
would be
I'm
family.
go ECU Navy. but I don't like the matchup for Navy.
No, I don't, because
Yeah,
ECU's defense is crazy.
right, right. So that would be the craziest thing. So there's a million ways this can work. North Texas, they handle business. They certainly got an opportunity. This is just going to be interesting, and I think it's important us as credential members of the media, because we get to watch, in your case, FCS ball. We get to watch G5 ball. We get to watch P4 ball. We get to watch high level P4 ball. We get to watch lower level P4 ball. We get to watch a lot of college football. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were at a Georgia State Marshall game today, right? And I don't think people quite understand that. So it's important for us to push this American narrative. If you want to see quality college football, pay attention to what's going on in America. So we're gonna move along to the next segment. I probably spent a little bit too much time on this, but it's all
Nah, we did it.
it was it was a necessity, brother. It was a
Hey,
necessity.
shout out to Mr. Scott. Shout out to Navy. Shout out to all the great teams in the American doing big things, bro.
For sure, and I'm loving it. So let's go ahead and get on to this next one. We got a lot to talk about here. Texas A&M, we're down 30-30
Mhm.
halftime. They look flat, and I think I can explain to people what happened. I'll let you handle the second half of it, but I want to talk about the first half of it, and we're gonna also talk about the police officer as well, because we're not letting that slide at all. The trooper, whatever the hell he was. All right, so you get rid of your offensive coordinator, what fans been waiting for a long time.
Yeah.
You're excited to play this game. Your coach was very confident, and he gonna eat these words. We beat this team by 24 last year. Like, Shane Beamer sounded so confident, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, like that's why I love watching games, yeah, because it's that little stuff right there. Like, I'm gonna hold on to that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just that type of guy that I would just hold on to that. Cause you know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, we beat this was like when they was up, bro. This is like, you know how they do the end of the first quarter, second quarter,
Yeah.
where they talk to the coaches on the TV timeout, but they play it like it's live, you know what I'm saying, right before the play starts. But to me, this game was a representation of a coach fighting for his goddamn job, a team that said, hey, this year we've wasted a year. It's a lot of really good players that we have on this team, but we essentially we wasted, Lenore Sellers' year, because he should have been playing on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? After this game, uh, you know, we wasted like Mizell Bennett, who I haven't seen at all this year. Nick Harbor, like, so many great players on this team. But for me, it was them coming off a week, coaching change, offensive coordinator, having some time to develop the new system and figure what that was like, and them also having a good read on Texas. Sometimes you have a really good read on the team. So that's what that was. It was a first half explosion. A lot of people say Nick Harbor isn't a great route runner. He don't need to be. As long as he can run a post, as long as he can run a comeback, as long as he can run a nine. That's all. That was all in Randy Moss route tree. Occasionally he'll run a slant and then take that jump. But he scored a 80-yard touchdown on a comeback route, took that thing north, scored, then I don't know if he really pulled his hammy or if he was doing the Bo Jackson jump or Tecmo Bowl when he run into the, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So I'm about to pass this thing to you. State Trooper, as he's running into, that comes out, like, bumps into him. He's mad. He's a fan. Like, we've been at games and we're on the sideline. We know they be watching the game. Like, your dude at Georgia Tech be interacting with the fans. He's the first security guy I seen do that. He be right there in the end zone interacting with the fans messing with him. But that student section at Bobby Dodd, there's not too many better student sections in the country. Albeit I've been to a couple of SEC games, but there were non-con SEC games where they were playing other teams. So I haven't experienced the realness of that. But Bobby's Dodd student section is crazy. So in your mind, what happened?
Exactly what you said. As far as the state trooper, he up, and it sucks that we have to sit here and talk about this when we should be talking about the game.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody just decided to get so much in their ego, so
Yep.
much in their pride,
That's what happened.
and you're walking through the tunnel in a time where You know the rules. They broke it down to you before the game started. You had to know all the points and different stress points and everything in the stadium. Why would you walk through the tunnel? They don't even let media walk through the tunnel when the team is right there. Why? What makes you think that you was going to be able to walk through the tunnel right there? You see South Carolina players just lined up, going about their business, and he walks out and puts his arms out like he's trying to hit them, and then comes like, why, bruh? Nick Harvey did the right thing. Did the right thing as far as just lead the situation along. T-Man came and tried to save the day, but like that right there, Mr. Cop. I
And I'm
know college
actually,
football is the greatest sport in the world, and it can get you in your emotions and
it
everything.
can, it can.
Bro,
You see what fans are
that's so
doing for?
uncalled for, dog.
It was
You are a bad beat of the day. You
you
don't get a game ball at all.
Did you see
You
what
can
Texas A&M fans are doing?
what?
They're putting the caption "believed." My bad, but yeah, that was outstanding what you
Oh,
said.
we finally got a South Carolina explosion. We
We
finally got
did.
some points by the
Don't you
Gamecocks. It's
don't
been
you
a long season, but it's like, dang, we got our one of our best offensive explosions of the year, only to lose by one against the team that we could have knocked off. Imagine if SC would have knocked it off. That's their win of the year, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, stay out the way. Stay out the way. What are you doing? You see every other trooper posted up out of the way, but what makes you think that you can walk through all lily dolly and just bump shoulders? Like you not out the clear, bro.
Yeah, nah, that wasn't cool at all.
That's op behavior. I want to say other stuff, but this is a PG show. It's
Uh,
late, you know.
nah,
If
for
it's
sure.
a SpongeBob, we would have the little.
What are your thoughts on Mike Elko and
He
that
probably gonna get another coaching job after this year, bro. His name gonna be in the hat because like this is the part. Honestly, Texas A&M fans got to feel happy because they finally got over the hump.
They
They
just
finally got
extended
over.
him today, so I don't think he's
Oh, they
going.
just extended him? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
he's getting 11 million a year now. Yeah, that was the great thing about the game. It's like, damn, they just extended this man, and it's the showing that they're gonna put out.
Well,
Like,
we
you know what
just seen that happen last week with a coach
I'm saying?
that just got extended. Red Lashley got extended, and then SMU had the most penalties in the game
Right,
today.
right. Like, did, did,
So
did we do did we do the right thing? Right.
hey, he's
So
swimming in the money, man. He forgot about practice.
it was weird to me when they scored the first touchdown. Right, when they cut it to 31-10, there was an energy shift. The stadium woke up. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my boy Dante from ECG. His boy was there who kept telling us that we need to go there and experience a game. And the video that he had from in stadium just panning like I we gotta go there. Like we have to go there. But I feel like after the first touchdown, they woke up, their defense started making plays. I felt like Lenore Sellers at times was playing a little bit too safe because they didn't even score in the second half. It was you know what I'm saying, it was a game of two halves. And Marcel Reed was just missing, and it was weird. And I continue to say this year, and I'm glad that Texas A&M has gone through this adversity. Sometimes when you are an undefeated team, and I continue to say, and I continue to feel this way even after this game, I think Texas A&M has more ways to beat people than anybody in the country. I really do. But what Kirby did tonight was outstanding. To them to go up 11, go roll the dice on fourth down a couple times, and then kick the onside right after that, that was just amazing to me.
Diabolical.
Yeah, it was. So this was a great win for Texas A&M. For those who are doubters, because I saw people online say you let a team with a losing record that's probably not going to a bowl get up on you like that.
It's
And
so nearsighted. Like
yeah,
that's a nearsighted comment, bro.
we saw BFW right. But, not everybody jumps the gun. It was a great tweet, but it aged like milk. Um, he's like these are the teams that Texas A&M has played in the conference. Everybody below this line. I'm like, all right, bro. Like the SEC is tough though, right? You know what I'm saying? You can't continue to push that narrative, and then these other teams they play below this line, but they came back, won a game. Uh, I don't know. It's something special about that team. I really like that team. You know why I'm at with them.
They spend a lot of time together. That's what's special about them. They spend a lot of
Yes, I
time
saw that too.
outside of the facilities together, and like watching a lot of the stuff that they put out off air. Like they really are one of the closest teams in the nation, I would say.
I
And
got chills looking at that. You saw Kevin Concepcion. Marcel Reese said he eat there pretty much every day. Uh,
yeah, bro,
that
cooking dinner, watching film together.
teammates aren't that close, bro. You know
No,
what I'm saying? Generally, but that's just low ego people who got the right mindsets. And this is no disrespect to Raleigh, North Carolina, but
hey,
I'm sure the treatment that Casey Concepcion gets in College Station, where the resources are plentiful in a huge college football town, I'm sure he's loving it down there.
oh, bro,
I'm sure
oh
he is.
man, oh man. He probably don't want to leave College Station.
Yeah, hey, buddy, don't
Hey,
want to leave College
speaking
Station.
speaking of that though, side note,
Hmm.
if you're Shane Beamer for next year, what's the plan? Because he hasn't had a good track record of hiring offensive coordinators. So what do you do?
I think I think that's when things get interesting for me.
Really?
Because is there a next year, right? And a job that you would have been a shoo-in for, I think contractually is pretty much almost done. I think it's almost a foregone conclusion.
Oh,
James
Virginia Tech.
Franklin will end up in Virginia Tech, and I thought that'll be a job. Granted, Shane Beamer will get another job, but for South Carolina, all right, you move on from Shane Beamer. You had one of your best seasons in recent memory just a season ago. Yes, you didn't go to the CFP to the college football playoff, but you were a few plays away. Like the LSU game, you guys got roughed 100%. You win that game, you're in the CFP. Well, we all know the saying, the fifth was a fifth. But I'm not sure what happens unless there's an unless. Your sellers goes to coach and say, what we did today, let's do that the rest of next season, and you got my word. Nick, are you in? Yes. Oh, I need I need 3 plays where the ball is thrown 40, at least 40 yards a game. You know what I'm saying? Three opportunities. I promise you, I cash in one of those opportunities. And it just need to be buy-in. And if that buy-in does happen for Shane Beamer, then they need to be the greatest recruiters. Hey, bro, I'm in people DMs. Hey, man, I know we didn't have a great day this year, but we're building something really special. Right now, we need a tight end. We need a running back. Hey, we need some help on the offensive line. I'm in people DMs. We about to do something special in South Carolina, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the method that, apologize to the players, apologize to their parents, have a sit down with both of them because it starts with them too.
Yeah. And then like Beamer, you told Nick Harbor to just focus on football this year in the off season, no track.
Mm-hmm.
So you got all the buy-in that you possibly could get, only for this week to be a breakout week.
Mm-hmm.
We've been waiting for all year. So it's like, I don't know if it's too little, too late. I don't know if he still got the pulse of the locker room as much. I'm gonna talk to my guy, Mr. Brian.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll need a couple days. But
I'm gonna talk to him and be like, look,
that's the guy to talk to.
yeah, I'm gonna be like, look, but what's the post? I'm probably hit him up on Monday. I'm gonna give him
What
Sunday
happens
off, bro.
with Dylan Stewart? Because he's had an incredible down year this year. Um,
So it's like, do you judge him based off of 2025 output, or do you judge him based off
right,
of profile type
right.
and RAS score?
There's probably teams already in his DMs like, hey, you could thrive in our system. So
It's
that's
scouting season right now, man. I talked
it
to a
is.
Detroit Lions
Oh
scout.
yeah, why don't you share that up, or share what happened with
Oh,
that.
so I was on the sidelines today for Georgia State and Marshall. I
Mhm.
went there today, week 12 of the CFB Nation tour. And yeah, I was on the sidelines, and there was a scout that was out there with the Detroit Lions. And I asked him, who you out here looking for? And he was looking at Jordan Simmons, the running back for Georgia State. He went crazy today, by the way. Almost had like 200 yards rushing.
Wow.
And then he was looking at Ted Hurst. He said he was looking at Overton Howard, the tight end, but Overton Howard's hurt right now. I'm kind of sad for him because he didn't get a chance to play in the senior day, even though like
Senior day today.
yeah, it was senior
I
day
feel
today.
for
So
the seniors down there, man. Who to say, you know what? I'm not gonna transfer. I'm gonna stay here. I believe in what we're doing, and I have
yeah,
the season that they have. Continue your story. My apologies, brother.
now you good. It was a beautiful day. Like the parents came out, showed love.
Mhm.
But the thing that I noticed when I talked to him was like, "Oh, who are you trying to talk to? Or are you trying to see the most?" And he was like, "Ted Hurst," and I'm like, "Do you hear what Coach Gibson said about him?" Coach Gibson on Marshall said he's the best wide receiver in the Sun Belt, and it's not even close.
Wow,
And that's what Marshall's coach said.
that's crazy.
So I'm like, you talk about him as a football player, that's one thing, but Ted Hurst is just a great kid. Like, he's a great human. Like, he always treat me with love. Every time he see me, shake my hand, say what's up to me. He don't got to say nothing to me. He can keep moving. He is 1,000-yard plus receiver. What a crazy good quarterback.
Mhm.
In my opinion, he is the best wide receiver in the Sun Belt. 100%. So he don't got to show me love. He don't got to like say nothing to me, but he do. He be talking to me, and then even when we doing interviews as far as the media and stuff, I be kind of asking him questions sometimes just to see like, you know,
I think it's
hey,
important for people to know too. You're at the facilities every week, like regardless of
yeah,
you was just there a few days ago. You got to have a conversation with coaches and some of the players. I think that's some of the work that you do that I think sometimes people don't see, or like the work you do with the website.
yeah,
Let's look on website and all the college football. And I'm not saying even if I went with CFB, I'm the type of person. Somebody got something nice. I said, bro. I ain't no
yeah.
I ain't never been a hater. But it's truly thecfbnation.com. It is the best looking college football website. And
Make sure you
especially
tap
if
in,
you
man.
can go to it from your desktop. It looks equally as good on your phone, but it's just when you're on your desktop and you get to look at that website.
You
It's
got the,
man.
yeah, man. Hey, make sure
What
you
year
check it
what year
out,
is that wide receiver, by the way?
huh?
What year is that wide receiver, by the way? Is he a senior?
Yeah, Ted's a senior,
Yes.
so Ted might get a Senior Bowl invite. Ted possibly could get a Shrine Bowl invite.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? I feel like that would be crazy not to invite him.
What do
Like,
what do you think? And we're gonna kind of go on a tangent here. And I do need to hurry up because we're behind time, but we're having great conversation. Who cares? Um, how do you think the recruiting process changes a little bit? Because I feel like a guy like Jim Nagy had such an eye for talent. Granted, that people below him have a great eye for talent because they do that big board. What is it, the big 300 or something that they do?
300 something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they start going to go scout these players. But you will just see on a Tuesday or something, Coach Nagy, shout out to him, big win today for Oklahoma. He's going to be pivotal for the growth. For those who are against the GM like Shane Beamer, Oklahoma is the reason why you go get a GM like that.
yeah.
Uh, but how does that recruiting process you think change a little bit? Because there's guys we seen at Senior Bowl from just being there. Neither one of us were there last year. You were there the year before that. I can't believe it's 2023 is the last time I went. Um, I need to get my credential too. I'm bugging. But how do you think that changes for them?
I think any change will be great,
Okay.
to be honest, because the drastic issue that we have with the Senior Bowl is players showing up
Uh
and
huh.
we recruit them, but yet they don't play in the game. They don't even finish the week of practices.
They have a good practice. Their agents say it's it time. It's time, and they gone. You remember when Tank Dell was doing people dirty? He was out. That left tackle had one great day. He was out. Like,
Left.
mm-hmm.
And so that's a chronic problem right now.
It
So
is.
that would be my main focus. Like,
Mm-hmm.
make them kids sign waivers, dog. I know it's not. I know I'm just talking out the side of my neck right now, but I'm just giving just different things because that has to be something that we fix.
For sure.
It's hurting the brand identity. It's hurting the other activities that are surrounding the Senior Bowl event. It's hurting the fan connection because you talk about fans is coming out spending their hard-earned money to come support the Senior Bowl festivities and things that they got going on. To see these players for these schools are coming out to practices as the media, but yet we can't even get the players to participate in full. Now, a part of it has to do with how long the college football season is.
It's
Like
really
last year, Notre Dame players, it was like four of them that came. I might be wrong. Nino, correct me or something. But like, there's players that came for Notre Dame. I'm not sure how many finished the week of practice, but they were banged up just fresh off of playing off of out of a natty.
right.
So that's a thing. I don't
Fatigue is
know.
certainly an issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fix is or how they actually go about it. I got to think a little bit longer about it, but I know what the problem is. That's probably one of them. And then as far as what you said with the recruiting, I think they're gonna have to go. Um, if I was doing the big board for them, I'm starting to look at these kids in their
Mm-hmm.
freshman year, sophomore year. I'm not getting them on my radar when they're a junior. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not getting them on my radar when they're a senior. I have them on my board when they're a sophomore. And now that they had extended it and opened it to juniors to participate, you got to scout the entire land.
for
Like,
sure.
and you look at production, you look at opportunity, you look at just the film, you pair what you're hearing from the coaches, the connects, and the gentleman that's the new head leader for the Senior Bowl. He got his work cut out for him, but hopefully he can bring in new systems that can be beneficial and help with the brand identity.
Nah, that's a fact. I couldn't agree with you more. Let's get into this SEC outlook. Uh, I mean, I think we're beyond the point where we say things are getting interesting. Things been interesting, if that makes sense. Here it goes right here. So let's pull this up and let's look at it. So Texas A&M, of course, is on top. They're undefeated in the conference. Let me get this out your way. Give me 1 second. And they're 10-0 overall. Georgia's 9-1. Great victory for them tonight versus Texas. I thought Texas had opportunities in that game, but that onside kick that Kirby called was just amazing.
Momentum is a hell of a drug.
The Big Mo, Ole Miss is 6-1 in the conference, 10-1 overall. Bama 6-1 in the conference. They suffered their first loss today to Oklahoma. They're 8-2 overall. Texas is 4-2 in the conference, 7-3 overall. Oklahoma's 4-2 in the conference, 8-2 overall. Vandy is 4-2 in the conference, 8-2 overall. They did win their game today, right? Alrighty. And then we got Tennessee, who's 3-3, and then 7-3 overall. So when you look at this schedule, shout out to Kentucky too. They're fighting for a chance
They
to,
going bowl
yeah,
eligible
yeah,
possibility.
they're fighting for bowl eligibility. And that was kind of looking bleak a few weeks ago. So who, in your estimation, are the best teams in this conference, right? Who
Mm.
passes the CFB Moon eye test? And then as we try to figure out like who will be the two teams in the conference championship, and keep in mind that who these teams play. Like we know that, you know what I'm saying, Texas A&M and Texas got to play. They play on rivalry week. Alabama is 8-2 and they playing a struggling Auburn team. Iron Bowls are always close. You and I both know that. Um, Ole Miss looks really good.
They got to
Oklahoma
play
impressed
Mississippi
me today.
State.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I was about to do. I was just about to start going through who play who. let's let's take a look at that first.
Um, I say the thing about it is that these head-to-heads like are so interesting. So Vandy lost to Alabama and Vandy lost to Texas.
That's
Those are
correct.
their two losses. Oklahoma, they lost to um
Ooh.
they lost to Texas, and
Georgia
they
still got to
also
play Georgia Tech. That's tough.
the Georgia still got to play Georgia Tech.
Mm,
Oh, that's crazy. But Oklahoma is hot right now with the Tennessee win head to head over Tennessee. That's super important right now. They just got the head to head over Bama. But the problem is that watch the college football playoff committee just drop Bama down to like number 7.
that's a fact.
They're not going to drop them down far, and I think it's because of the SEC bias. And they're going to look at the Oklahoma team and say, "Oh well, Oklahoma's a top 11 team." And they're not going to drop Bama far. And then you put in the fact that this is their only first conference loss, and their only other loss before that was Florida State. Like, I don't feel like they're going to drop Bama far, even though, in my opinion, I want an anarchy, so I want them boys to fall.
Right.
But they will have to, in my opinion, if Oklahoma has the head-to-head, shouldn't they be under Oklahoma? But
Mm,
then Texas beat Oklahoma, so would
right.
they be under Texas
Yeah.
too?
So yeah, Texas beat Oklahoma and Vandy.
And Vandy.
Yeah, that's an interesting
So
thing. I think the answer is clear cut, in my opinion.
Texas
Texas
and Texas
A&M,
and
yeah,
Georgia.
yeah, Texas A&M. I think they play like the Citadel or somebody.
Yeah,
It's probably not the Citadel. And then they play Mississippi State. I'm sorry. Then they play Texas. I'm sorry. So you look at Texas A&M schedule, bro.
just
Like
tough.
they play Texas. It's gonna be a damn good game. But
I
even if
just
they
don't like the
lose
way they've
that,
been winning lately, bro. They've been winning like very close. I know this Pat the
that game at Texas, yeah, they play like Sanford or something. Not Stanford, but Sanford.
Sanford.
So yeah, so they'll win that one. Texas A&M is pretty much a foregone conclusion they'll be in the championship.
Hey, bro, imagine if Georgia didn't beat Ole Miss. Ole Miss would be in the
Oh, Miss,
driver's seat
yeah,
right now,
they would.
and it would be nothing that Georgia could do because they lost head to head.
Do you think Ole Miss will prefer not to play in the conference championship?
Hell yeah. Yeah. Excuse my language, y'all. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, college football playoff committee, I feel like they got Ole Miss in the college football playoff.
Right.
I mean, they won last week against FCS Comp. Like
They only
they
got one game left,
only
and
got one game left. This
mhm,
this week they got a win against Florida, even though I didn't look the prettiest early.
mhm.
But they still only got one loss, and their one loss came to Georgia. So the more Georgia keeps winning, the more that Ole Miss just continues to look like a juggernaut, especially since they put up so many points against Georgia.
I honestly thought this was a little bit more difficult to figure out, but now that you and I are both looking at this, and then we're trying to figure out what teams play who. Georgia
It
and
might
A&M
be
are in the driver's seat. Texas
okay. So
A&M just had to get home.
If Georgia loses to Georgia Tech, right? Hypothetically speaking, I'm not saying that that's going to happen.
Mhm.
It's still really
It doesn't affect them.
it doesn't affect them in the
I just
conference
thought about that.
championship.
They played all of their conference game already.
So they're
Georgia,
kind of like a lock. It
Georgia,
feels.
Georgia's in.
Yeah, Georgia's in.
N-
So really,
not necessarily.
who would they have to? Who would
Well,
Texas A&M?
in a world that Bama has a head to head over Georgia, I say Ole Miss loses somehow.
Ah,
Yeah,
because Bama, but
yeah. It's dicey. It's dicey. Uh,
Bama losing today is so.
yeah, it opened up. Yes, to me, it's Texas A&M and Georgia, right?
Yeah,
Even with that loss to Georgia Tech, it doesn't hurt them. And then the other game they play is like a lower level G5 or FCS school. So it's pretty much a lock that it's Texas A&M versus Georgia. And mathematically, I think it might be a lock.
for Alabama and Ole Miss,
They don't have a chance. But
they don't have
granted,
a chance at the SEC championship, but they definitely
they
have a
got
chance
a
at
chance
college
for the
football
playoff.
playoff.
That's where it gets interesting because you look at Vandy, they're 8-2 overall. Oklahoma is 8-2 overall. Texas is 7-3, but they only got two losses in the conference. But in the eyes of the committee, I don't think they have a chance.
Because they
And
lost to Texas, lost to Florida.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. They have a chance. If Texas beat Texas A&M, they will be in the college football playoff. Make no mistake about it. They will certainly be in the college football playoff. So then you're looking at a possibility of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams possibly getting it. I think that's crazy. I think
Because
it jumps to 5.
Texas's losses, my bad. Texas's losses
How
came
you
from Georgia, Ohio
Ohio
State,
State?
and Florida.
Oh, oh yeah, I forgot about Florida. Yeah, yeah. So that is interesting, and we're gonna talk about the Big Ten a little bit later. But my theory that 9 of these teams that are in the playoff are coming from the Big Ten and the SEC,
So
or
if we
one
had to
Big 5, one
choose,
Big 12, one ACC.
yeah. So you said 9. So 4-4. I mean, 5-4.
Yes,
I think the 5 would probably come from the SEC and the
SEC
4
for
from
sure,
the Big Ten,
for sure, for
and
sure.
then the 5 would probably
But
be
we
8.
do live in a world where Big Ten can only get 3 in, and SEC can get possibly 6 in. We do live in that world too.
You
You
ordered something?
so because USC plays in Eugene next week. If they win that game, that
You understand how crazy
yeah,
we are needing? Oh my gosh.
dude, this
I
is
love college football.
man, what? All right, so let's move on. I'm glad we talked about that. Somebody hit the Wingstop button. We are certainly that's B Dubs. I don't know why I always say Wingstop. Somebody hit the B Dubs button. That's because I'm vegan. That's why I don't know that. We going into overtime. Let's talk about this USC and Iowa game and what it looks like. I have a question for you. Is Iowa the best 4-loss team in the country?
Yes. Yes.
Once again, another close battle. I think they had their 4 losses. We were doing the math. 4 losses by a total, what, like 13, 14 points, bro?
Now with USC, but
Yeah,
before
yeah.
that, it was like what, 5?
Yeah, it's like 8 points, bro. So it's crazy how good this team is. And I put, for the capture for the lower third, it's USC bowl bound. We'll touch on this game in a few, but can USC go into crazy environment like Austin Stadium in Eugene, Oregon, and come out with a win.
Yeah,
I have a theory that a lot of these people who talk bad on Lane Kiffin is pissing them off. This man is on his villain arc. Like he's joined the Kirk Signetti side of things. He said, "No, no more Mr. Nice Guy, bro."
yeah.
Like I can if I can just capsule that moment and capsule this college football season. Those Sharon more comments,
Yeah.
talking about, well, yeah, the only reason why the stadium is packed is because Michigan is in town, and how quickly Lane Kiffin looked at the reporter and bounced, bro. He was like, all right, and they go on and proceed to beat the hell out of Michigan. So let's talk about this. Can USC do the unthinkable next week? March it to Austin. I believe it's a 3:30 kickoff, and beat this Oregon team. And if they win that game, they got UCLA. That will be no pushover. You know how in town rivals are. If they're able to win next week's game, and of course be UCLA, they have to be a shoe-in to the college football playoff committee, right?
Right. Because their only losses came to Illinois by 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
And who else did they lose to?
Notre Dame and
Notre Dame.
still
And
pissed
they
me off,
lost.
bro.
And then the way Notre Dame's arc, what they keep winning, to me, honestly, that's going to help USC.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
going
a
to help
fact.
USC in the
That's a
college
fact.
football playoff committee.
Mm-hmm.
So my thought process is this. To answer your question, yes. And their offensive line and defensive line will have to play the game of the year. And their arc has been really great. They
What's
can't get in a hole. They have to take what Minnesota did, the good things that Minnesota did, and try to build upon that, and don't just throw that game film away. Because although Dante Moore had a great passing attack game, and Minnesota was kind of getting a little, it was really dicey on the back end
mm-hmm.
at times. Bro, USC's defense has definitely got the firepower to match up with Oregon head to head. I really believe that.
I believe it as well.
So the run game, what we've been leaning into,
That run game's been spectacular.
just it's amazing. We don't need the key is I don't need to hear no bulletin board material come out this week. We don't need
Yeah.
no bulletin board material from Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
I said Lane Kiffin. I'm tweaking.
I do it all the time.
Lincoln Riley.
Yeah. 2 peas in the pot. It's all good, brother.
But yeah, we don't need no bulletin board material from Lincoln Riley like at all. We need to just, hey, don't give him nothing, and just keep executing. And I just like the way USC has been fighting back with heart, bro. Today they did it in the rain. Today they did it in uncomfort. Like they did it in a way where I said to myself, bro, like you can't lose to Iowa. And the beginning of the game was just very uncomfortable. And then it's almost like they hit the smelling salt and was like, okay, we back ready to rock now. And then proceeded to put BTA. This Big Ten race, Indiana, Ohio State, Oregon, USC.
I got a couple questions. What makes Indiana ahead of Ohio State in a conference, right? Like I wonder what stat that they're using. And I'm going to do some research on this to figure this out. What makes USC ahead of Oregon?
Is
And
it
why
points
does
scored?
it might be yeah, it's got to be points for. Points for got to be the deciding factor. Okay. I'm trying to see a scenario where that doesn't hold true, other than head to head.
It's looking like the Big Ten might only get 3-4 teams, bro.
Yeah.
Because Michigan, even though they won today, Michigan has 2 losses, one against the team that we were just talking about, well, USC. So
and they also lost Oklahoma.
Who also just beat Alabama. So Michigan is on the outside looking in. They're not.
There's a case for SEC. Like 5 is a foregone conclusion, but there's a possibility they can get 6 teams in.
Yeah, the SEC could get 6.
And are people ready for that?
I don't think they are.
I don't think they are either. Like it's something that I've been monitoring and you've been monitoring for a little while, but I don't think they're truly ready for that. So Indiana, Ohio State, they're headed for a collision course. I think that no doubt in neither one of our minds.
Big Ten championship.
Who wins that game?
Ohio State.
Neutral State. Ohio State.
Yeah,
Defense, you think they'll be able to confuse Fernando a little bit?
yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think he's been playing out of his mind right now. He had 4 touchdowns today, if I'm not mistaken. Um, he's doing it, but this team is very loaded. It's experienced. It would be neutral site.
Hmm.
I'd probably say like over under would probably be like 50, 58.5.
You've been dead on with your over unders lately as well. So talk to me about the best thing you said today before we hand out some game balls.
Best thing I saw today. Best thing I saw today was I'm gonna toot our own horn. Was having somebody come up today and be like, "Hey, you with College Football Nation?" that
That's a
was
cool feeling.
that was really cool feeling on the football field. Best thing I saw today. Oh boy, dang! It's like a Rolodex going through my mind right now. Oh, it's yesterday. Clemson,
Boy, though.
Clemson, bro. After the game, Dabo hit his signature runoff.
Hmm.
He hit him and said, "Nobody's quitting on this. This team ain't quitting on me. I ain't quitting on nobody." Then took off. There was, bro, like just to see him hugging his team, his staff, like they Clemson has been through a lot this year, and it's easy to kick them when they're down. But guess what? They're still going bowling. I'm projecting them to get the win this upcoming weekend. Then they just got to beat SC. What SC looks like today, whoo, that game is going to be must see TV in my opinion. Um, yeah, I give best thing I saw last night. I mean, on Friday night was Louisville because Louisville just kept shooting himself in the foot. Both teams really did, but Clemson, I wanted to shed tears watching that, bro. Because I'm like, yo, this team has had to endure so much this season. From being Moon's number one team in the nation preseason to being on the cusp of you need to win against FCS comp in order to be bowl eligible. It's a long road to get to this point. I was just happy for Dabo. So I think that was probably the best thing I saw. Dabo happy. Dabo happy is just good for college football because it was a stat that Clemson, if they missed the bowl game, it would be their first time missing a bowl game in 21 years.
Damn.
21 years?
Damn. And
That's crazy.
ironically, that was before Mr. Dabo swing. Yeah,
Yeah.
arrived. I like that. I think the best thing I saw today with ESPN catching the amount of L's that they've been catching, because they caught so many L's, bro, this past year, just from some of the staffing hires that they made, some of the people that they fired, some of the people they didn't take care of. Uh, Pat McAfee is at war with the executives, and I don't know what they're at war for. But seeing Aaron Donald push Pat McAfee off of the chair today, Pat McAfee it looked like he enjoyed it, right? Clearly. But seeing Reese Davis, Kirk Herbstreit, Desmond Howard, all of them lose it, yeah, that's the best thing I saw today.
Hey, bro, I did not. I thought they was gonna take off the shirt, but Aaron Donald took off his shirt
Yeah,
too. I
yeah,
was like, yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah, something's going on behind the scenes, boys.
Yeah,
Something's
yeah,
going on
yeah.
behind the scenes.
I know the ESPN execs who are beefing with Pat McAfee is just gonna play that on repeat, bro.
Yeah, ain't nothing going on.
All
Nah.
right, let's go ahead and hand out some game balls. Somebody done stole my Bull Rush football. I'm mad, and I know it was Chris. And when I see him, I'm going to swing on him. But yeah, let's hand out some game balls today. Who played like a champion today, Mo?
FIU, come on down. Get a game ball. Overtime victory against Liberty and the Flames. You just douse them flames. Get a fire extinguisher out. FIU Panthers, that's how you protect the home field. Got home field advantage. Won in overtime. Pick by Mr. Yeah. Now his real name is Mister. I'm not trolling, bro. His real name is Mister.
He said no funny.
Coach Willie, hey, you ever watch this dog? Listen, it's been a tumultuous year, but welcome to the Conference USA. This is the league of the island of misfit coaches. Everybody out here got to sink or swim. You learn how to swim today. against Liberty, and out of body experience for the FIU Panthers. They get my first game ball today. Great win.
My game
Who's
ball.
getting your game ball?
My game, we had all three. So my game ball is going to Psych. I lied. Hold this L. Ryan Grubb, you can hold this L, my brother, this week. All you had to do was play your position, bro. You ain't have to give nobody no bulletin board material. You ain't have to come out and say, well, we changing our signs. We're changing our signals. We know damn well that was a hit on what Brent Venables does as a head coach and his ability to steal signs. You want to be archaic, you want to be antiquated, well, that's your what fault. That's your damn fault, bro. It's not on anybody else. And you saw the way that Lane Kiffin did it. He didn't say, oh, we're changing our signals. We're saying, I don't think there's anybody in the game that can like read defenses and signs better than the way that he did it was the appropriate way to do it. The way that you did it. Did you see how pumped up Brent Venables was after that game? Getting a statement victory. Ryan Grubb, hold this L. You were just in Seattle in the NFL. You can hold an L for that as well. You are the reason your team lost today. Do better, brother. You can give out your next game ball. I'm sorry.
Today's sponsor is sponsored by the letter L. If you gotta hold it, hold it. Second game ball. I've been waiting to give y'all a game ball all year long, man. Mm-hmm. Sam Houston, Bearcats, come down, get a dub today. You beat Delaware in the Hens out of nowhere. It was leading most of the game. Had them boys shook. He was over there plucking hens' feathers. Oh, boy. Sam Houston, you get a game ball from me. I love the performance. And I think that's just their second win on the season?
Mm-hmm. Great win, by the way.
Maybe the dark days are behind us now. Maybe we can move on and say, like, this is who we play. This is how we can play to the cream of the crop. Because even though Delaware is just coming into Con USA, listen, bro. Like, they've been balling out. Them and Missouri State been balling out. And we need to get rid of that whole rule where you can't make it if it's your first season. You can't make it to a bowl game if it's your first season of joining into FBS. Yeah. 2 Con USC teams get my game balls today. You got a game ball, or are you going to switch it up?
I love it. Now I ain't gonna switch it up on you. I had to hit you with the psych line on the first one. My game ball is going to who I deem is the Brent Key of the G5 ranks, and this guy just isn't getting enough notice. Blake Correll and the ECU Pirates come on down. What an outstanding one today. That's a team victory. You guys probably had less than a 1% chance of making the college football playoff, and it was probably less than a 1%. What you guys were able to do today propelled your opportunities to get there. Hey, you just play the cards you were dealt. We know you guys already have 3 losses on the season, but if you can find a way into the championship game and you can win that championship game, you'll be hard pressed to say, hey, ECU doesn't deserve an opportunity to play here. James Madison, no beef. You guys know I love Bridgeforth Stadium. It's my favorite small game atmosphere. No beef to you all, but I believe that gauntlet in the American is so tough. Blake Harrell, think about the tumultuous time it was for Greenfield, North Carolina, when they had to fire the previous coach, and he came in there, he came with his head down, worked nonstop, and it was the attention to detail. It was the fact that he held everybody accountable, including himself. He held to the highest standards, and that's why ECU was able to win the game of the magnitude that they won today. It was, in my opinion, a healthy Brendan Lewis. So outstanding job, ECU. Blake Harrell, you get my game ball, brother. Let's go. Goaty.
You got something to say today, Goat? What you want to tell the people? Bad. Hey, shout out to Big Navy with a dub. They get my 3rd game ball. Man, I can't be more proud of this midshipman team. Y'all had me I was at Georgia State going crazy when I found out that y'all got a dub today. Oh my goodness. I'm super happy for this American Conference. This is going to do numbers for this conference. The trajectory for the American is through the roof. I'm happy we're on the right side of the history to see all of this happening. You gave a game ball to one American team that's doing numbers in ECU. I'm going to give another one to Navy. But, yeah, bro, that's my game ball. But I have a hold to sell.
Uh
I know we gotta
oh.
get out of here. Georgia Tech, I'm about to renounce my fandom. You are close. You are this close. You're this close to announcing. I'm denouncing my. I'm about to hit the transfer portal. I'm
Hit the
about to hit the
portal
transfer
last
portal.
year.
Me and Tay Harris gonna hit the transfer portal. I'm just playing. Hey Tay, please don't go nowhere, bro.
Hey, that's hilarious, man. I got one more game ball to hand out, and this guy I'm giving a game ball today really embodies the spirit of what it's like to coach in a great state that he coaches in. Never say die spirit. Uh, Everybody always say, hey, this is a blue blood basketball program, but this guy has been through so many offensive coordinators, so many headaches at quarterback, inconsistencies offensively. Defense was kind of the backbone of this team a year ago. My game ball goes to Mark Stoops. Mark Stoops, what an outstanding job you're doing this year. And I know it's not what people want to hear as it pertains to Kentucky football, but the fact that he has this team right here, go look at the roster construction, go look at the talent. They lost a lot of the talent that they had via the NFL and via the portal. And the fact that they're competing in the facet that they're competing in, they got two opportunities to win the game and be bowl eligible this year. He's on a stand up job, and
Amazing.
somebody has to go. Kenny Dillingham said this. Somebody has to go 3-9, right? You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to go 6-6. And when you look at how loaded the SEC is, and when you look at roster construction and some of the worst roster, like South Carolina doesn't have an excuse for the talent that they have on their team. But when
Right.
you look at a team like Arkansas, and the AD even came out and said, "Hey, we don't quite have the talent." Like Kentucky is bare bones with talent. They are just playing with a spirit that matches the city, that matches the great state of Kentucky. So Mark Stoops get my game ball today.
Anytime Kentucky fans could be celebrating and
Yeah.
Louisville fans are upset and
Oh,
miserable.
they're enjoying it, and these two teams play soon too. And
Yeah.
this one's going to be personal for Stoops because remember, Vesmaro helped recruit there at Kentucky for a very long time. Went to the in-state rival. It's one thing when you leave, but it's another.
Mhm.
The Anton Lynn, how the great job he had done at UCLA, and we knew that USC was looking for a defensive coordinator after the abysmal job that Alex Grinch did there, and the fact that the Anton Lynn went to the in-state rival, it stung a little bit more. I know Vince Mauro was somebody, and you could tell even when Stoops addressed it, he had nothing but good things to say about that man.
And that's class act right
Yeah,
there.
at a time where you're emotional, like bro, like we're gonna lose some recruits. There are gonna be some players that were gonna leave this school and go to Louisville because that Merrill was a huge reason why they came here. So I'm just so happy for Mark Stoops. In all honesty,
Hey, a lot of people got to eat crow for picking Kentucky at the bottom of the conference this year.
sure do.
Eat crow.
A lot of people definitely didn't think of it. It could possibly be Carolina, and then we're not worthy. I don't think college football is really ready for this Vandy and Tennessee matchup. But because when I tell you the storylines you're going to get heading into that week, because why, Josh Heupel and company, they're shaking hands, being professional. Diego Pavi is like, well, I told y'all we was going to be here. We just about to go ahead.
Man, look, Tennessee better get it together, dog.
They
Because
better. They better.
New Mexico State made some things a little uncomfortable. And though the good final score, if you look at it, it was like
Mhm.
42-9.
Yeah,
No,
it
it
was.
wasn't close.
Mm.
But it was some moments where you had to scratch your head like, are they still reeling from dark mode loss?
That's crazy, man. What an outstanding show today, Moon. This was dope. I don't think people quite understand what our Saturdays are like, as far as, you're at games, you'll go to the press box even though you have field credentials just to work on articles. I'm working on articles. We're just trying to get everything we need to get done for the website. And then
Yeah,
so the beautiful thing is in doing that, you're so prepared for a show like this. That's why we don't go with script. We have a rundown and we don't even stick with
just
the
cook.
rundown half the time. And then we just cook. So it was a beautiful thing. Great show, bro. We will be live again Tuesday for the college football playoff reveal. I think that's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
They gonna
So
have some things to say this week.
it's gonna be a lot to talk about. And the reason you want anarchy because you want them to do their job. You don't want it to be handpicked and given to the committee. You want the committee to do their job and really stack resumes and where does strength of schedule really fit into all of this because we know that it's a part of the metric. We don't know how it equate. We don't know the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Where does eye test fit? What does strength of schedule fit? What does hey we beat this team? They have a you know what I'm saying? You guys got them higher than us, but we beat them. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have some work to do. Hopefully, Jalen is here on Tuesday. That way, because we haven't seen a full CFP. Uh, they outstanding show. How I
Yeah.
always like to do this show is me and Moon talk a lot throughout the week about college football. We have outstanding conversation. I would say our conversation is probably just regular when we can be comfortable and say stuff that we can't always say on camera. Be some of the best conversations. But each and every episode, and if Jalen's here, I'll give him a minute. Moon, you got the last 2 minutes, man. I'm muting myself, brother.
Last 2 minutes of the show. Rapid fire 2 minutes. My phone was about to drop, but guess what? It's about to drop like Alabama, about to drop in the polls this week. Bars. You see what I did there? The College Football Playoff Committee probably still gonna rank them boys in number 7. Because what? They're Alabama. And roll tide, roll. It's a great day to be a college football juggernaut. College football fans out there, if your team won, you don't have to hold that L. But if you have to hold that L, make sure you keep it close to your heart today. I'm super proud of Navy. I'm super proud of Sam Houston. I'm super proud of Marshall. Marshall fans showed up today at Georgia State. I saw a lot. I saw more Marshall fans than I saw Georgia State fans. Don't fight me. I'm just a messenger. Don't fight me. Kennesaw State, you got to talk to me, dog. How y'all lose to Jack State, man? How you lose? Now you kind of up in the air for the conference championship race. It could have been so simple, but now it's not. This wacky and wonderful world of college football just got spicy. Oklahoma got a dub against Alabama. Georgia sleeping great tonight. Texas, it's going to be a long trip home. That's 3 straight times, Texas. They're going to start calling you can't get right, Texas. You better wake up and get it together. I got a minute left, probably less than that. It's a big shout out to you for watching this. Shout out to your family, you and yours. Holiday season is rapidly approaching. Make sure you stay tuned to DCFBNation.com for all your latest in the college football world. We want to make sure we're taking care of you. Game recaps, post-game articles, whatever you need. We're going to make sure you're taken care of and covering your favorite team. Also, special shout out to the governor. Make sure you check out Governor College Football on YouTube. Follow at LeverKT on Twitter for all the latest in his world, college football. And then for me, CFB Moon on Twitter. You can follow the content on DCFB Nation on YouTube. We'd love to talk to you more about it. Comment down below what you feel about Week 12 in college football. We didn't talk about everything because this show would have been 5 hours long. It would have been longer than an Avengers movie trying to talk to us. But hey, until the next time we get a chance to get active, this is college football. And it's the haves and the have-nots. Tonight, there's a lot of teams sleeping in that have-nots room. USF, it could have all been so simple.
Hey, what Lord Hill say though?
Now I'm going to sleep with a bad.
Oh man, what a great show, bro!
Hey,
As I always like to say,
Governor
there's
and
no more
Moon.
victories in the
Until
sport
next
that survive for the fans. That's why college football has the greatest regular season. Until next time, we'll see you all Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the reveal. I expect some spicy takes, and I can't wait till it's all 3 of us. Overreaction Monday is making a comeback too, as well. Just took a short hiatus. Nino, co-host on that show, had to move some things around, so it's coming back. I know you guys have missed that nearly and dearly. I know D now is itching to talk some football, so I know the first show. I'm just giving D now the floor for 5 minutes. Just let him
Just
go
let him
crazy,
cook.
bro. Just let y'all have a good one.